but that would get him up to 51.5% on the season. But
oh, what a finish by Wigginton. Counted and a foul. Oh, you can think of a couple of them. Gordon, obviously, a part of two of them. I remember Dwight Howard and Andre Iguodala going head-to-head in, I believe it was that 2008, sounds right, high school, because they're getting 3, 4, 5 teams in the tournament every year.
Yeah, and it's become quite a basketball conference. San Diego State's produced some really good talent. Even my alma mater here, UNLV.
So Robinson with all four. Oh, Kane, Bouye and Kane were all there. Get it up ahead. Bouye running with Kane. Now Peterson trailing the play and elevates for the slam. Kane slows it down for the trailing Robinson. Takes the handoff. Now does get it to Bouye. Back to Robinson on the roll and an easy flush.
Great opportunity for him. And I think one day Caron Butler's going to be head coach of this league as well.
No doubt. No doubt. He's got, I mean, you would say the tough juice, but he's got that stuff that you need.
Yeah. And oftentimes when you have a superstar the caliber of a Giannis, and because of his journey, it really bodes well for guys like Bocan, right? Because all on display there early on.
Wigginton, great feed inside. Cook with a slam.
At the last moment, able to get that to his teammate.
Jackson got a hand on it, but Bouye gets it back. Wide open look for Daniels. Rattles it home. Caleb Daniels out of Villanova, undrafted this year, was a transfer from Tulane, but spent 3 years, 2 of them with Jay Wright, as Drew Timme finishes off the window. This guy's going to help me get better as a basketball player.
As good a coach as the game of college basketball has or has ever seen. You know, you think about what he's done at Gonzaga and recruit some of the best players in the country. It's been remarkable. And there is on cue there, Timme coming up with a nice offensive rebound.
Lillard, Adebayo, and Jimmy Butler. That's a tremendous trio that any team would not want to face. Great look inside, and Tyler Cook with his easiest twos of the day.
Which can make the game difficult, but if Timme can knock that down consistently, now that changes everything in terms of him as a player.
Oh, Taco fall. I don't think he has to jump.
That was a little big on big crime right there.
It was. Wigginton, we saw some action last year with the club. Shovel pass from Timme, right back to Fall, got position, but had it blocked by Peterson. Oh, it down. You know what? When you're a nice guy, things just happen. That's good karma.
Yeah, we have a saying on the golf course: no pictures on the scorecard, right? The stats is just going to say 2 points.
I want to go there. They've got an unbelievable track record, but the second part of it is they do pick the right guys for them. They don't just say, hey, you're an undrafted guy. Let's get another one in the fold and hope for the best. Haywood Highsmith just had his contract guarantee, another undrafted free agent. We see a couple on the floor now, including Orlando Robinson trying to hold his own on Taco Fall. Just look right through, count it, and one. It's so interesting because a lot of their own talent, especially the ones that they rely on the most, though. 2-on-1, lob it up. Kane does the rest.
They just...
Wigginton right back the other way. Well, the Bucks a perfect example with that. The final pick of this year's draft was Chris Livingston, who's playing in this game today, number 15 in white. Him and his agent Rich Paul told every other team do not draft him, and ended up signing a guaranteed deal with the team. Oh, finish in transition. Jamari Bouye takes it coast to coast with a chance for 3.
You're going to want to have good relationships if you're a front office with his organization.
Andre Jackson Jr. is going to carry them because they lead Toronto by 16 points. Midway through the third, David Duke Jr. and Jalen Wilson a combined 21 points. Nice shot there by Lindell Wigginton. So San Antonio has it, Oklahoma City has it, and of course Dallas from 06. He's got it on as Robinson slips in for 2. And the 2-for-1 likely out of the question unless Miami really hurries here with Kane.
Time.
And he's going to go for it.
Get and one.
One side calling it a block.
Yeah, I think that's got to be a block. And he said, "Go."
Always.
Oh yeah, he's a diehard. Been with the Miami Heat for a long time.
Livingston gets the first bucket of the second half. Drew Smith has been fairly quiet for Miami, given what he did in the regular season last year at times. Great move and finish by Jamal Cain. They find the untapped potential, again, showing itself here through this first 2.5 quarters. And Peterson, another one. Add him to the list. Put 3 more on the board for the USC product. College and pro experience. There are guys that you probably play against over the years that you start to say, all right, that's the guy I'm going against every single time. I need to take his head off. And that starts to develop, and that starts to really percolate more.
He's providing a lot of what you want to have from a modern big, right? His ability to shoot it, rebound it, and screen.
And then just 2 days ago against the Brooklyn Nets, they had a lead going into the half. Brooklyn boat raced them in the third quarter and eventually won that game by 21 points as Beauchamp hits his second 3 of the quarter. You trail by 14 points with 4.5 minutes to go in the third. How do you get your team to respond?
Yeah, they have the ability. That's a good action there between Kane and Robinson.
7 foot 250, and see what he can do in front of his hometown fans. Nice banker. It goes down for Kane, who's been equally as impressive with 18 points. You want to see how they respond when it's a close game late. All of these things are good teaching points for young players, and Miami just continues to pour it on. Justin Powell, the Washington State product, rains it from deep. Back out for Randall, 11 to shoot. Looking inside, now Beauchamp. Beauchamp puts the head down and finds 2 points.
That was a great job of not overextend impact in terms of your team winning. Your hope is that you earn enough trust to get the opportunity, and that would be the approach that I would give to a young player.
Beauchamp with 4 to shoot. Spins, has to get it inside. Great pass and a great finish. It's Tyler Cook.
And my guy, Corey Alexander.
It's looking good, the hairline.
Yeah, the hairline, but then they got the same color polo on. Oh, that could have been an and one there.
Great finish for Iverson Molinar. He averaged 11 points per game, but only shot 14% from 3. There's the difference.
So, I mean, basically, he's not a three-point shooter.
Correct.
It's would be hard. You know, Ja Morant's not a great three-point shooter, but he does so many things at a high level. And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. Nice play there by Chase. Oh, goodness.
Do you know the last basketball championship that was won in the actual city of Denver? It's hard to beat him on the trivia. And then you get the disappointed father look when you don't get the question right. You know,
even though he know deep, you probably aren't.
No, but
you're better than him.
Of course, we do have Dave's actual son, Tyler, running around, doing a little bit of everything.
And with the ability to shoot the 3, you can get back in the game quickly.
There is one, and right on cue. 3-point ability, how he's really worked on it this offseason. Hasn't necessarily made a ton today, but just the threat alone has allowed some openings. That's 3 chances, and finally Robinson secures the points.
They're going to be, I think, amped up to want to play some good basketball. And let's see if there's some tweaks to the roster that will allow them to maybe take another step. Now, we the whole Ivy League of the desert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't just do, we do the whole desert. The Mojave, the Sahara.
Wow.
Yeah, all the deserts.
You learn something new every day. Milwaukee has a 2-1 record here in Summer League themselves, so in all likelihood going to drop to 2-2 and fall out of any sort of contention. 10 to shoot now for Livingston. Oh, nice hands by Peterson, and it results in the turnover. Get it up ahead on the leak out. Bouye, oh, gets upstairs.
Man, that's not the way if you're Milwaukee you wanted this to end, but if you're Miami, who knows if that last bucket plays a role.
That could have been massive and made it a 19-point win after the Nets won by just 5. We'll have to see what their final